Hello friends. Recently I went to a gathering. During conversation, one of our 50 to 60 years old friend said that he does not have high blood pressure problem. He does not take any BP medicines. Everyone looked at him with great surprise. Seeing this reaction, I realized that we have made such a strong assumption, such a belief that after a certain age, high blood pressure problem will surely be there. High blood pressure problem is very common and is usually present in every household. That's why we are bringing a series in which we will discuss all the information related to blood pressure. Many aspects in this series may even surprise you. What is systolic and diastolic? Why is 120/80 called normal? Why is it advised for BP patients to avoid salt? Why does BP increase with age? We will discuss many such questions in this series. Here we will try to explain the concept in a very simple way, avoiding medical jargon. We believe that understanding the disease is the first step towards its prevention. So let's try to understand blood pressure closely. Welcome to our new video. Myself Dr. Dimple Dalal, and today we will understand what is blood pressure. To understand blood pressure, we will not only have to take the help of biology but also physics. There must be a water pump in your house. The job of this pump is to enable water to reach its destination. This destination can be your garden or tank or anything else. The water reaches the destination through pipes. If we dig a little deeper, the motor has two ends. From one, it sucks water, and from the other, it throws water vigorously. If we analyze a little more deeply, then if the water has to be thrown up to the second or third floor, then the motor has to apply more force. Now let's see this analogy in our body. Here our heart is like a motor, and our heart pumps blood just like a motor pumps water. The objective of the heart is to supply blood to every corner of the body. Just as pipes are attached to the motor and carry the water to its destination, similarly, a network of arteries and veins in our body takes the supply of blood to its destination. With this background, we can understand blood pressure. When blood flows through the blood vessels, it creates a pressure on the wall of these blood vessels. This is called blood pressure. Now you can understand that if this pressure increases a lot, then the blood vessel may burst, which is called hemorrhage. And if the pressure becomes too low, then the blood will not be able to reach its destination properly. So in very simple words, we tried to understand blood pressure. Now the question is, why blood pressure is shown with two readings? You have probably heard the names systolic and diastolic. Let's go back to our motor pump analogy. We know that there are two ends of the motor. Water comes inside the motor from one end, which we call as inlet, and water goes out of the motor from the other end, which we call as outlet. The water coming out of the outlet reaches the destination. Similarly, our heart also has inlet and outlet. Our heart feels blood inside itself by expanding and then contracts to throw the blood out forcefully so that the blood reaches its destination. Now we have two readings of pressure here. First, the pressure in the arteries when the heart is beating and sending blood into it, and second, when the heart is at rest between heartbeats. Can you guess which flow will have more pressure? Is it while beating or while resting? Think for 5 seconds. Hope you would have guessed the correct answer. The blood going out of the heart has to reach the whole body. That's why the pressure of the blood is more on the artery during heartbeat. This is what we call as the systolic pressure, while the pressure exerted by the blood on the arteries during the resting position of the heart is called the diastolic pressure. In other words, systolic is the reading of maximum pressure of the blood on the arteries and diastolic is the reading of minimum pressure of the blood on the arteries. The normal reading of blood pressure is 120 by 80 mm of Hg. What is the meaning of 120 by 80? And what is the correct way to measure BP? We will discuss it in our next video. One last question before leaving. What are the 3 things that can affect blood pressure? Think for 10 seconds. To know the answer to this, let's go back to the analogy of water pump. So, let us think on what factors the pressure of the water in the pipe depend. First, the speed of the motor. If the speed of the motor increases, then it will throw water more forcefully and the pressure on the pipe will increase. On the contrary, if the speed of the motor decreases, then the pressure will also decrease. Second factor is the diameter or flow area of the pipe. Here again we will put the principle of physics. If the area decreases, then the pressure increases. You must have seen children playing with water pipes. They reduce the area by pressing the finger on the mouth of the pipe, due to which the pressure increases and the water stream goes far. This means that the smaller the area, the more the pressure. And the third factor is the water itself. If you try to flow oil or honey through the pipe instead of water, what will happen? The thicker the substance flowing in the pipe, the more pressure is required to make it reach its destination. In the same way, our blood pressure also depends on 3 factors. First, heart's pumping action. Second, size and stretchiness of blood vessels. And third, the thickness of blood itself. If you have a complaint of high blood pressure, then most likely you have any of these 3 conditions. There can be many reasons for the occurrence of these conditions, such as a heart disease, stress, blockage in the arteries, etc. But most likely, high BP will be due to these 3 conditions only. As a knowledgeable patient, if you can identify the conditions causing your blood pressure to rise, then believe me, it is a huge victory in your battle against high blood pressure. So till now, in this video, we have seen what blood pressure is, what is normal blood pressure, and on what factors does blood pressure depend. In our next video, we will learn about the correct way to measure blood pressure. Perhaps this description of ours does not represent the exact definition in the medical terms and phenomena, but it has been our endeavor to give you information about blood pressure in simple words. If you have found value in this video, please do not forget to press the like button and please share this video with all those people who can benefit from it. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so now. Please comment and provide your valuable feedback. We love to interact with you. Thanks for watching. Bye.